Everyone, welcome to day 2 of DAODenver. It's super exciting to be here, and I'm very excited to talk to you about all things Discord. Can I first get a show of hands? How many people have a love-hate relationship with Discord? All right, I feel the same. How many people feel overwhelmed by Discord? So I'm hoping that this talk will help ease some of that. So I realize I didn't, Ro gave me a great introduction. I'm the CEO of TopGG. We're the discovery layer for Discord. I'll get into all of that in a second, but if you can connect with me on Twitter here. Could we go to the next slide? Great. We have a couple different things to talk about today. I'll just dive into TopGG, and then I'm also going to talk a little bit about Discord bot trends that we're seeing, and also recommend a few to you. And then we'll deep dive into a couple server and DAO onboarding best practices. And then we'll try to have Q&A at the end if we have time, but otherwise I will be in that room over there if you want to ask me questions or pick up some TopGG swag. Great. Could we go to the next slide? So first, a little bit about TopGG. We are the discovery layer for the metaverse. Right now, everyone comes to us to find Discord bots or Discord servers. And our vision is really to be this hub for community building and discovery. Could we go to the next slide? So many of you may have come across TopGG if you're looking for Discord bots and servers. If you go to TopGG, you can see a list of different servers and bots. Many developers or server owners use us to grow to their communities, and many people come and check us out. But many DAOs I've talked to have used this to find different bots for moderation or scheduling, and you can kind of go through TopGG and really see which bot is right for you, and some have even listed their servers. Could we go to the next slide? So one very that I wanted to talk about today is that we just launched DAO Discovery on TopGG. So if you go to TopGG/DAO, you can pull up a list of different DAOs that have listed themselves on TopGG. And if you have a DAO, we would love to get it listed. You can see top trending DAOs, different categories. Your contributors or members can leave ratings and reviews, which is really, really exciting. This is just our MVP, and we're just getting started. Could you go to the next slide? And so you can add your DAO to TopGG in just a few easy steps. And what you'll do is create a kind of listing and entity page here that's going to get picked up by SEO, which is really exciting. Shout out to Del Piero from SharkDAO, who has given us a ton of feedback to bring this to life from SharkDAO. Great. Could you go to the next slide? And it just takes a few minutes to add your DAO to TopGG. You just have to be the Discord server owner and follow 4 easy steps, and it is live and on there. If you need any help, please reach out to me, and our team will help you get set up. We are working on a way to let Discord admins add the DAO, but right now for security purposes, it's just going to be the Discord server owner. Can we go to the next slide? Another really exciting thing about our launch is that we are really excited to help be part of the process of bringing more people into Web3 and making it more accessible. We created this really great list of resources that you can send to anyone who wants to learn more about DAOs, and we're featuring different starter packs, podcasts, and even resources on how to create and build a DAO. And if you have any amazing resources that you think would be helpful for people to know about, please get in touch with me. We'd love to add them to this page to help more people learn about DAOs. Next slide. All right, so right now our MVP is live, but we have a ton planned for the future. We eventually want to expand beyond just DAOs and start indexing DAO tooling. In our research, we've also gotten a lot of great feedback that many DAOs are looking for, contributors or, community managers or even people to build Discord bots for them, and vice versa. People are trying to find an easy way to contribute to DAOs. So this is just a sneak peek of what's coming in the future. And we also have wallet login on our roadmap, a way to integrate your proposals, more detailed FAQ, and onboarding, which is really exciting. And we're also going to try to talk to DeepDAO next week and see if there's anything we can do with them as well. They're really awesome. DeepDAO.io, they're listed on our platform, and they have a really data-oriented approach to DAO discovery as well. Next slide. So now on to Discord bot insights and trends. So one of the most frequent questions I get asked all the time is, help, like I need a Discord bot to make my life easier. What do I do? And these are a couple categories we get asked about the most often. There are so many different utilities. I'm excited to share a little bit about a few. Mimu is is a very popular bot on our platform. It's in over 800,000 Discord servers. It is really customizable, creating messages, roles, etc. Arcane is another great bot if you really want to invest in your logging. Koya is another bot that I've seen a couple DAOs used if you want to generate RSS feeds. And CAPTCHA bot, something really important, I think not just in Web3, but also on Discord, there are a lot of scams and moderation issues, and CAPTCHA bot can definitely help with that. Another category that's super important is moderation. Dino and Probot are the two most popular on our platform. You can go check them out and look at each of their offerings, but the reason they're the most popular is because they have so many options for customization so that you can customize them to fit the needs of your community. Same thing goes for role management. If you caught our Discord panel yesterday, one big question we always get asked is, do we open up all the roles? Like, how do we deal with channels? Like, should we be public or private? You can rely on reaction roles or Carlbot to really customize roles for your servers or what channels you want to open up for different people. Next slide. Another really great trend that we've seen is that we've seen a ton of emerging crypto DAO and Web3 bots. I'm just highlighting a handful here so you can learn about them and go and install them if they resonate with you. The first one is made by Protein. It's our WTF bot, which is a glossary bot for Web3. It's really helpful for different servers, especially servers where there's a lot of new folks who are trying to understand what different words mean. Also, if you contribute to their Airtable, anyone can contribute definitions and terms and get rewarded with the PRTN token, which is really cool. Another common question I get asked is, wait, like, can Discord bots send crypto? Can we tip people, etc.? TipCC and VTip are going to be the most popular bots that are used for this. You can go check out the ratings and reviews on our site and see which one really fits your needs. Another big category that is super popular on TopGG is music bots, right? You want to just leave them in your Discord to vibe, or if you're doing events, they're really great for intros or outros. Some of you may remember last quarter, YouTube shut down a lot of the popular Discord bots, so Rhythm, Groovy, etc. Hydra is a big one, but I really wanted to highlight BPM. It's the first Web3 Discord bot that Matthew Chim created a kind of crowdfund for on Mirror, and it's awesome because it features NFTs from Catalog Works, SoundXYZ, and also Zora. So I know that there's a lot going on in the music bot space, but I'm really hoping to see more Web3 bots, and this is a really fun one to add to your DAOs. Also, I'm sure all of you know what GM means, but many DAOs have a fun GM channel, and GM bot is another really fun way to kind of gamify that, and it creates a leaderboard that you can use and put in your GM channel. This one's developed by Layer 3 XYZ. And I also have to give a big shout out to the Guild team. Their bot used to be called Medusa, but I believe they just renamed it to Guild XYZ. It's a really great bot that's used for kind of gating and management. And so you can token gate, and they offer a lot of different options. You can use NFTs, you can use tokens, you can even use POAP. So definitely check that out. It's another great alternative to Collab Land that you can take a look at. Also, I mean, who hasn't been frustrated about Ethereum gas fees? I know I have. Will Hunter is another Discord bot developer who wanted to solve that problem, and he created this gas notifier bot where you can set kind of a level for gas prices, and it will ping you whenever they're above or below that level, so you can go buy NFTs or do whatever you need to do. But it's really, really useful. Yeah, these are just a few, but if you check out our Web3 category on TopGG or CryptoBot category, you can see a lot of emerging bots there. And something we're trying to do as well is do more hackathons with our community. So if you are looking for developers to build a bot or have bounties there, please get in touch with me. We would love to partner with you to get those built and then also listed on TopGG so more people can use them. Next slide. All right, so I know that there are so many different community best practices, and we give workshops on these that sometimes will even last over an hour. We don't have a ton of time today, so I'm going to focus on onboarding. I would say the second most popular topic is moderation, but we're also happy to come and kind of give workshops to your DAOs or help out wherever we can. So please get in touch with me if you're interested to do that. I'm super excited to highlight a couple onboarding examples for you today. One from the Mimu server, which has about 40,000 people, and then also another one from the Crypto Culture and Society DAO. Next slide. So onboarding, I think this was a very hot topic yesterday in the panel, and there's so many, I guess, different ways you can approach it. My first piece of advice is really think about what you want your member journey to be in your DAO. What does it look like for someone to join a DAO? Who do you want to join a DAO, and what would that journey look like as someone, goes from kind of a new member to maybe a lurker to a contributor to maybe a core contributor, right? Not everyone is going to become a core contributor. So I think before designing your onboarding, take a step back and really think through what you want that community member journey to be. I think that there's a couple kind of just really key things you need to focus on, right? So first, you have to set expectations for anyone coming into your community. And then also, it's very hard to have kind of 24/7 support in your DAO or server. And so make sure that you provide as many self-help resources as possible. And also recommend having an overview session where you just kind of lay out, what the community is all about and set up the structure and list points of contact. Another really important thing to incorporate is you should communicate where different things are happening in a server, especially if you're new to Discord. A server can just be so overwhelming if there's tons of different channels, and people often get really nervous so they don't know how to get started. On the slide, we're just showing a couple examples from Mimu and how they approach onboarding. Next slide. Other really important parts of onboarding, guidelines. I think listing out expected etiquette and your values is something important to define early on. And that also gives your moderator something to point to if there are any violations. People don't read, so I would say try to keep it on the short and sweet side, but also you don't want it to be not detailed enough. But this is so important to do upfront in terms of education and just setting expectations when people come in. I know it says acknowledgement is optional here, but I really do recommend some sort of acknowledgement to guarantee that people, read it or took some effort to either type a phrase or react with an emoji or something like that. And then there's also a lot of different third-party forms of verification. There's different Discord bots. Discord offers some verification as well, phone number verification, et cetera, that you can think about just to make sure your server is a great place. And just some examples on this slide. Next slide. So I had the opportunity to be a core contributor at Crypto Culture and Society. For those of you who haven't heard of it before, it is a really amazing learning DAO, and we often call ourselves the liberal arts of crypto. In semester one, we decided to do co-leads for different parts of the DAO, and I was a community co-lead with my partner, the Mario Lopez of crypto, I'll call him. And so we sat down with Baumik and also one of our scholars, Kristin, and we really thought about, what would a really simple but engaging onboarding process be. And so you can kind of see some examples here. We wanted it to be super clear because one of the most important things about our DAO is that we want it to be inclusive, and we specifically knew a lot of people coming to it would be brand new to Discord or brand new to crypto. And so you can see here we have kind of 3 very clear, easy steps. Like we have values and acknowledgement, and then also clear, easy steps. And for someone new to the server, they actually wouldn't see bulletin or campus yet until they complete these steps. And so one thing I would encourage, if you haven't done so already, sit down with your core team, think about what values you want to have, and get feedback from your community. And also, if there's ever any violations, I would actually call that out at the bottom of values and list a point of contact. So we explicitly said, hey, if you see a problem or if you see someone violating these values, this is who you should reach out to. Another thing I want to call out here is the concept of a hoisted role. So you could see on the slide, sorry, it's a little blurry, but you kind of see different people on the right-hand side. So think about the key points of contact in your DAO. Maybe it's a community manager, maybe it's a team of different volunteers, and make sure those roles are very clear and people know where to go if they need some kind of one-on-one help. All right, next slide. So our second step, crypto, society, and culture is all about education. So you kind of see these fun word plays that we thought about. So, orientation, imagine if you're going to college, you're first coming to orientation. And so we wanted to do a very simple kind of Q&A format that had links if people want to go deeper, and then also direct them to different points of contact where they could get help. After orientation, the next step was to introduce yourself. And so I know that there are so many kind of different takes on introductions, but what we found has been been really helpful is giving people a structure for how to introduce themselves, because otherwise you could get, giant paragraphs or not enough information. And one thing I would also recommend is assigning folks a greeter role, or just a role where you greet new people, react to them, or also, ask questions and connect them to other new members. So something manual that I used to do is, every day I would take maybe 15, 30 minutes, go through every single new person's introduction. I'd react, and then I'd also see, if someone joined and said, hey, I have a marketing background, or I'm based in New York, or I'm doing XYZ, I would actually do a quick search on the side in Discord in that channel and see who else had similarities, and then I would tag them and have them connect with each other. This was a little manual, but I think people really said they appreciated the human touch there. Something to think about. If I could have a dream Discord bot that could automate that, I would love that. So that's one really big recommendation that we saw it helped people feel really welcome, and they were a lot more likely to engage and connect with other folks, or have quick coffee chats with other people in the server. Next slide. So yes, this is an example of the introduction channel where you can see, I would respond to a lot of messages, and then I would also, depending on what people said they wanted to do, I would also direct them to helpful channels in our Discord just to get them oriented. Another example that's not here on the slide that I called out yesterday, but I also really wanted to highlight DAO Masters onboarding. Nelson did my onboarding, and they took a really different approach where they have a really committed kind of small community, and any new member they would set up a one-on-one onboarding chat with. And I really love that because it helped me, put a face to the name, and then also help Nelson understand, where I could contribute in the DAO, and then he could direct me. I've seen other DAOs do kind of onboarding classes, et cetera. So there's a ton of different ways to approach it, but I always think that, having some combination of automation and instructions, but also figuring out where a human touch makes sense can be super, super powerful. Great. Next slide. All right, and last but not least, this is our last step of the Crypto Culture and Society onboarding, where we had this start learning section. I think sometimes when people are new to Discord servers, they just have no idea where to get started, or it can be really intimidating to type something in general or type something in a channel. So we wanted to map out a few different areas and direct people to have kind of conversations or help point them to resources. So yeah.